In an office environment, when we create a document, it is very often looked at by other people in the office. One person usually creates the documents, and others are reviewers. The person who creates the document is known as the owner of the document. Reviewers can add or revise content to make it more accurate or more logical. In order to see the changes that have taken place on the original text without it being lost, reviewers can turn on Track Changes. I have gone to the Review tab and to the Tracking section of the ribbon. You will notice Track Changes. When I select the pull-down, you will see that there is a component that says Change Tracking Options. The Tracking Options is where I can set up how much I would like to actually be viewed on the screen for changes. You will notice I can highlight changes in a table, formatting, and balloons will allow me to give more information about what the change was. Now, I want you to keep in mind that the table highlighting is a brand new feature within Word 2007. Pay close attention to a document when it is changed in the table, noting that you can change the colors that appear by the author, or you can not have anything changed for each of these components. What we are actually doing is telling the system what colors we would like when a cell has been inserted, when a cell has been deleted, if it's been merged, or if it's been split. In other words, when there is a table on a document, we want to be able to track all the changes to that table. Because this is a brand new feature, it has high probability of being on the examination. Let's see how Track Changes work. I'm simply going to close out. I'm in a document, I am looking at it, and I want to make some changes. I want to eliminate the word delightful and just use tool. I'm going to hit the delete key. When I do, notice that a line shows up giving me all of the changes that have already been proposed to the document. Now, delightful does not have anything off the side. I can, however, insert a comment. When I insert this comment, I can say whatever I would like to. The comments appear on the side, letting you know the changes. At this point, you can see delightful has a strike through. So does building blocks organizer further down on the screen. Off to the side, I see the balloons or information about what I am tracking. If I go up to the word balloons and choose Show All Revisions in Line, you'll notice that the description disappears, but the color coding remains. If I go back to balloons and go back to Show Revisions, I'm seeing it on the side. You will also note that I have the ability to choose how my markups will show on the screen. I can see only the final, which is the corrected copy, only the original, which is the beginning copy, or I can see the original versus all of their markups. I also have the ability to turn on a reviewing pane. When I turn on the reviewing pane, it gives me the comments of the information off to the side. You will note that this information is similar to the balloons. This allows me to go over to the balloons, show them in line so they're turned off, and have a larger viewing section on the screen. I also have the opportunity in Show Markup to choose which areas I'd like to see. If I'd like to mark up the area in highlights, I can. Notice now each of the individual items I changed has been highlighted. If I'd like to remove formatting changes, I can. If I want to remove inserts and deletions, I can. Notice that some of the items on the bottom have now disappeared. Notice what remains on the side are the revisions that are currently active. You'll note on top it says that these are filtered. I have the ability to update the revision counts right on the screen itself. I can also close my vertical pane and go back to my documentation. The tracking section is all about reviewing your documentation. Once people have proposed changes, you will notice that there is a change section. Here I have the ability to accept and move to the next change, or to accept all of the changes in the document. I can move to the previous and to the next. You'll notice I'm at the beginning of the document, so I get a message asking if I want to continue searching from the end. I'll simply cancel out. Previous, next, each of these allow me to go from change to change. I can accept or I can reject. If I accept all changes in the document, it will show them highlighted so I know what transpired. When you're working with track changes, it is sometimes difficult to see all the changes on the screen. As a result, you will note that we have a section for Compare. We'll talk about comparing and combining these documents in the next movie. Remember, in working with tracking changes, you should try each of the different methods and set up a small table for yourself and change it to see what will happen on this brand new feature.